every Bible talk. That's my 5th time trying to do the intro here. 5 different takes of the same video. 5 times I coughed during the intro. Today I'm going to talk about a program I just saw, or at least 5 takes ago I saw. In the program, there's one guy talking about God, and he says that if you do the research, you'll see that the research supports God. And one woman in the audience said, if this is true, how come more people don't believe in God? And he gave an amusing analogy. He said, it's like talking to a 3-year-old. You can explain to him what's right and wrong. You can do everything you can. And oftentimes they'll say, I don't want to. They don't want to follow God. They don't want to obey what's right or wrong. It's just simple. And if you really look into this, you'll see YouTube comments all the time that really say, that have people say, oh, the Bible supports sexism, racism, slavery, doesn't support gay rights. And you know what? People use this all the time to try and convert you to atheism. I mean, put it simply, they're not actually giving you proof. They're just trying to make you not want to believe in God. And there are people who are just saying, refuse to accept it. One example of this is that on YouTube I found this one guy. He said he doesn't believe in God because, and he started giving a list of people who say that they're Jesus. And he said, if Jesus is real, how come so many people are claiming to be him? And why doesn't he stop it? And it's quite simple, is that the Bible states that there will be many false Christs to come. Another person told me, give me proof that God is real, and he told me that his proof had to meet his standard, that had to be scientifically possible, which is a loophole in itself, because science is the now let's see, this came out of my biology book from school, so if you want to correct me, don't correct me, correct the school system. But it said science is measures of finding out without the use of the supernatural. Meaning he wants me to give scientific proof of God that can be proven that God didn't do it. And you know what? At the time I didn't know about that old science, or I didn't know about the detail about science being looking for proof about using the supernatural. So I told him 2 things. I told him about Israel coming back as a nation, and the Euphrates River drying up. Now then, he told me that Israel is a self-fulfilled prophecy, and which, if you actually look into the history of Israel, the modern day one, you would find out that it wasn't just a self-fulfilled prophecy, because there are actually nations. I think it was like Russia that actually helped Israel become a nation again. I believe it was Russia, at least. Or some other country. I don't know. Israel wasn't recreated on its own. It wasn't recreated because the Jews wanted to claim their land back. It was actually given support by other nations. And and the one guy said anyone can predict the Euphrates River drying up in 2,000 years. The problem with that is that the Bible never said the Euphrates River would dry up 2,000 years. It just said that that's the sign of the end times. And you know what? With the Euphrates River drying up now, and Israel becoming its own nation, and another prophecy that's going to come true, which is Israel joining its enemies, which is this peace talk to end all war between Israel and Pakistan. I can't remember the other nation's name. It's the West Bank. They're claiming that they're their own nation again, and that peace thing is what it means for Israel to join its enemies. And nobody really wants to listen to these signs because people don't want to believe that God's real. If you break it down to it, people just simply don't want to believe in God. Now, if you read the Bible, truthfully read the Bible, not just search for things that prove that your belief is correct and that God's wrong, you'll be able to connect these dots. You'll be able to see the proof of God. You'll know that God is real.